Hey guys, it's me, Jon, and you are watching Just Jon. So for today's video, I decided that since I moved here in Savannah, Georgia, that I'm going to give you some facts that I have learned about the place since moving here in July. Now some of these facts are about historical things, actually only 2 of them are, and all the rest are kind of just fun facts that I've learned in general. Here we go. James Oglethorpe, this guy, is the founder of the whole colony of Georgia, and he actually was the founder of Savannah as well. The whole city of Savannah is built around these squares that James Oglethorpe, the founder, came up with, and because of that, all the streets in Savannah are kind of straight, like they intersect at some point. There isn't any that curve because of these squares. And it took a while to figure it out, but once I figured it out, it's like the best system ever because it makes finding places so easy. Savannah has lots of street names named after either French people or Spanish people or that sort of thing, but they're not pronounced like they're supposed to be pronounced here. Don't ask me why, it drives me crazy, but it is what it is. For example, the street that looks like it should be pronounced Gaston is actually pronounced Gaston, and the street Lafayette, which is after General Lafayette, is actually pronounced Lafayette, and those are just 2 examples of the many weird pronunciations. When living in Ohio, I thought I knew what humidity was, but clearly I was wrong because in July and August here, which is the summer, it is like super humid here in Georgia, and it was so bad there in August for a while that I would shower here at the house and I would get ready and everything. And the moment I would step outside, I felt like I was wearing this like dirty moisture all over my body. Like I felt like I hadn't showered, like it was that bad. When I was getting ready to move here to Savannah, a lot of my Ohio friends and family mentioned, oh, that's where Paula Deen's from. And it's sad because everywhere else in the world, that's all people know of Savannah is because of Paula Deen. But the fact is, since moving here, I haven't really heard anything about Paula Deen. Granted, she did have that little racial thing going on, but really, she's not as big of a deal here as people think. Before moving here to Savannah, I was afraid that Savannah would be like the rest of the South, where like they talk with the hick accent and they have very unintelligent ways of living. But the truth is that it's actually a very sophisticated city, and like it almost feels like it should be part of the North, but not at the same time, because there is a Southern charm to Savannah. But if you come to Savannah, don't expect the Deep South like you would expect the Deep South to be. Savannah has the 2nd largest St. Patrick's Day festival in all of the United States. This is due to a lot of our original settlers being like Irish immigrants because of the ship ports and that sort of thing. But ever since then, I guess St. Patrick's Day is a big day here, and in fact, all the stores and buildings and stuff, they all just shut down. Nobody goes to school or anything. It's kind of a big deal. I had no idea what okra was before coming here and trying it for the first time. Now I have heard a lot of people don't like it because they've had it where it's like smushy, and it's been cooked too much in like soups and things, but the kind I have is like sauteed and it was really good. Traffic situations are completely different here in Georgia, like the state as a whole, than Ohio. Like in Ohio, you are not allowed to do U-turns and you are not allowed to park on the opposite side of the street. Whereas here in Savannah, I have learned that people park on either side of the street no matter which way you're driving, and you are allowed to do U-turns unless a sign says otherwise. And the most important and most exciting thing about Georgia, it is literally one of the most beautiful places that I have ever been to, and I feel so lucky and blessed to be able to live here. Alright guys, that is all the facts about Savannah, Georgia that I have learned thus far, and now it's time for Songs of the Week. Guys, that's it for today's video. If you like what you see, don't forget to put a thumbs up and comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I do put out a new video every Tuesday. Alright, see you next week.